Hey, what's up, everyone? My name is Dylan. I just kind of wanted to give a shout out to the dental yogis, Christian and Danielle, for how much they did for me, how much they have changed my life, and just show them some love for all the love they showed me and just give them gratitude where it's well deserved. I did a Revive retreat not too long ago, and it changed my quarantine experience and my life. My quarantine experience was going really kind of just lonely, and I was trying to do things that would just occupy my mind, so I didn't have to, sit with myself. And it was hard for me because I'm a dental student studying away from my family, and I was away from my friends. I was away from a lot of people, so I just had to be with myself. And going into this retreat, Danielle and Christian got on a video call with me, did everything they could to get me to go, because I was not for sure that I was going to be able to go, and they were the reason that I was able to go. They helped me out with barely even knowing me, and they made it possible, and I went, and it was the best decision I've ever made in my life, and I could say that wholeheartedly. I have a whole different relationship with myself, with people around me. It's been amazing. There's things in my life that I didn't know were there, that were weighing down on me so much that were brought to the surface and let out. And it was an experience like any other, in that there was other people there that were doing the same thing. We were all vulnerable, and it was all a circle of trust. There was no judgment. Everyone was actually going through a lot of the same things. We have witnessed some of the same things in our life and come across some hardships that were really similar. And if we haven't, then we shared our experience, and I was able to understand this experience that other people were going through. So if this were to ever come into my life, it would help me and so many other people. And just being around these people makes you want to be a better person. And I have so much love for everyone. Everyone, it's like a family now. It's our Revive family. And to not even have met any one of these people, none of us have met each other. We were full virtual because of the whole quarantine and everything. And it actually ended up being better, honestly, because everyone has their busy lives. And this really gives you no excuse not to go and sign on your computer. You're in the comfort of your own home. And yeah, it would be amazing to be in person with all of these beautiful people and get to meet everyone and share these experiences so close. But it was almost the same, except in the comfort of your home. And anything that the dental yogis do now, I will be a part of, because they're just like family to me. It mended my relationship with myself. It made me way more in touch with myself. It made me realize whenever I had a certain feeling within myself and a certain unsure feeling, like I used to get like a pain in my stomach whenever I would get anxious, or I used to be very unaware of these behaviors. Like, behaviors would occur, and then I'd be like, why does this keep happening to me? Like, I don't understand. I'm a good person. Like, I'm trying to do the right thing. Like, why do these negative things keep happening to me over and over again? Like, and it might not be every single day. It might be once every 6 months or something, but it's a major problem. And I didn't really address it. I would just be like, okay, we got through it. Let's keep moving. This retreat brought all of everything that I've ever felt back to childhood and put it into perspective for me. I put a name attached to it. I associate it with the feeling that it's bringing up in me. And as soon as I feel that now, I can feel this tension somewhere in my body. And as soon as I start to feel it, I notice what it's going to lead to. So I automatically was also informed on how to rename that personality or that feeling to what I would want and what that name is associated with, like what kind of feelings that I would want to feel out of the positive aspect of it. Say this is the name for the negative aspect of it. This is the feeling for it. These are the feelings it does. This is why it happens. These are the things that it affects, that it's associated with. And then this is what I want. This is how I can change it. And it's literally made me manifest a new life. Without this, not only quarantine would be really rough, but just life would be rough. I don't know how I lived before knowing this stuff. And it's made me so in vibe with myself. I just vibe with others so well now too. And I'm not saying this at all to brag on myself, because I owe all of this to Christian and Danielle and the other people that I shared this experience with, but it's literally made me a better vibe around people, around other people, around myself, just everything. And for example, I've always been pretty hard on myself, and I've always been very judgmental of myself, and I've never given myself enough credit for like what I do. So in vibe with myself. I just vibe with others so well now too. And I'm not saying this at all to brag on myself, because I owe all of this to Christian and Danielle and the other people that I shared this experience with, but it's literally made me a better vibe around people, around other people, around myself, just everything. And for example, I've always been pretty hard on myself, and I've always been very judgmental of myself, and I've never given myself enough credit for like what I do right. Like the things that I do well, I don't compliment myself on them. I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's just part of the game. You did it, yeah, okay. But whenever I didn't do something right, I was way harder on myself than when I did something right. How I was just like, yeah, pat on the back, good job. Now, every day I find a reason to, first of all, be present. I try every time I do something, I accomplish something, I make myself aware of how proud of myself I am. And if I feel in a negative way at all about something that's happening, I know it. I'm aware. And just being aware, the awareness that Christian and Danielle brought me through this trip, that all the other people also brought me that I was able to connect with, this little just knowing it whenever it appears has completely changed everything. I have changed as a person in the last 4 months than I have probably in the last 20 years of my life plus. So the experience is really, you can't put to words, and it's bringing together not only this, it's not just a Revive trip, it's not just a weekend, it's you build a family, with people you've never known, you probably would have never known before, that are so open with everything. And for me, I was never really open in my life about things that were happening, either good or bad. Especially the negative, I would just store those away and not want to talk about them. I would not want to confront problems with any time. If I was ever having a relationship, say in my family, if I was having a relationship that was had a bunch of tension or something, which I did have relationships like this in my family, that I had tension with someone, and through this, I now don't have that tension anymore in these relationships. Because after all of hearing everyone's output on our input on everything that they've experienced in their life, and through the guidance with Christian and Danielle, through the breath works were crucial for me also, through the meditation, through the yoga, through all of this that I've never done before, I've never experienced before, it opened my life up to so much more. It truly opened my mind, opened my soul, opened my heart to things that I did not know were there, things that I would just like let go in the past. And I've I have a better relationship with myself. I have a better relationship. I've fixed relationships that had tension in them. I've made a whole bunch of new relationships with amazing people. And I didn't even know I liked yoga, and now I love yoga. I love it's amazing. And this breath work, I did the first one a couple months ago, and since then I've done 9 or so, and I just can't get enough of it, because now I realize how important it is to love yourself, how important it is to have a real relationship with yourself, how important it is to go inside yourself, not just to live in your body. It's important to treat your body through what you see, what you think about, what you eat, how you exercise, all of this, how the things you feel within yourself. Doing all of this, you can change your life. You can make your body a temple, so to say. And I owe all of this to Danielle and Christian. And I've made relationships with people that I'll have forever relationships for. And simply saying all of that, just to kind of like cap all of this off, is that if you are on the fence about this, or you don't really know what you're going to experience, the experience is different for everyone, and I would say to be open. And just by taking that one step, being open, trying something new, trying something you're not very sure about, you can open a whole realm of things that you have never even known about. And the connections you're going to make is just amazing with people. So I'd say if you're unsure, if you're on the fence, just do it and just trust. And Danielle and Christian, the dental yogis, are people that I fully would trust my life with, and that do nothing but want the best for you. And I would do anything for them in return, and for any of the people I've met on this retreat, on the past retreat. And I know they'd all do the same for one another and myself. So I don't know what else to say besides much love, and I hope to see you on the next retreat, because anything that Danielle and Christian do, I'll be a part of for sure. So see you there.